Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna, and today we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture.
And so we wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the annual flowers. Those are the ones that, live just one growing season here in Kentucky. So you plant them from seed, they germinate, then they bloom, and then they die. Now, some of those can be self-seeding. They like to put out a lot of seed and then come back the next year. But we wanted to focus specifically on the lower maintenance annual options because, it's almost like looking at paint. The same thing goes with flowers. It can be very overwhelming, and so you may want to kind of target yourself into more low maintenance that still work great for different areas of your garden, but maybe you just want to have a little bit easier way of growing.
Yeah, and I think that's important because a lot of times we're so busy, right? But
yes.
We love to have that color in our containers or in our gardens, and low maintenance is always good.
Oh yeah, when I hear low maintenance, I'm yes, cha-ching. And too, with low maintenance, as far as like being able to care for it easily, and one good thing about annual flowers is that they provide an instant pop of color. So if you want it on a deck or patio, that'll be great. It can work great for containers. Also for your landscapes, there's some of those plants, annual flowers rather, that work really good for those garden and landscape areas.
Yeah, and for somebody who might not say that they have a green thumb, these will be perfect options for them.
Whenever you're looking at these annual flowers, Joanna, you want to break them down into sun versus shade. So take a look at, depending on where you're at, deck or patio, front yard, backyard, side yards. So the first one I wanted to mention for the sun requirements, this is at least 6 hours, if not 8 hours or more. Marigold is one of those that is really, really pretty. Some people not only like to have it for containers, but they also like to have it for their vegetable gardens too. And so with this one, it has very aromatic leaves. Really whenever you brush by them, you can really smell that smell from the leaves. And then as far as bloom color goes, it's very almost like really ruffly type blooms. You can have some that are single or some that are a little bit bigger and large, like a double size bloom. But as far as colors go with marigold, you can find it in a lot of yellows and oranges. Sometimes you can find it as a bicolor option, but marigold's really, really easy. Just deadhead those, and that way it'll encourage new blooms for next year. So one of my other favorites is zinnia. Zinnias are absolutely gorgeous. I feel like if you're a beginning or a younger gardener, this is definitely one that you want to plant all over your garden or your landscape. And so zinnias, there's a lot of different types depending on the cultivar that you're wanting to look, but they can be real low growing for like your landscape, or if you wanted to use them as a cut flower, they'd be a great cut flower option. And so they come in a lot of different colors. One of the things I like about it is easy to grow from seed, into the butterflies and even the hummingbirds absolutely love it. So it's great for a pollinator garden. Another great one is petunias. I feel like a lot of wave petunias and other petunia cultivars and varieties, they work really well, especially with bright colors. So if you want to pair them with some other plants, in a container garden to make a great display, I think petunias can fit that bill. Just give it, good even moisture as it gets ready to be established, whether it be in your garden or a container. And then, as good and established, then you don't have to probably water as much. But whenever it's blooming, just remove some of those spent blooms to keep it nice and deadheaded to encourage other blooms. And then other great ones, we have cosmos and sunflowers. Both of those really fit great as a cut flower. Cosmos are a little bit more dainty looking, but still very, very pretty. The wind can kind of sway it if it's a little bit taller variety, so you might want to support it with some type of stake or something like that. Sunflowers, man, they can grow as high as it wants to. There's like the big mammoth varieties, or you can find some sunflowers that just put up a single bloom. Others can do multiple blooms off of one plant. So kind of look at the variety with sunflowers, but generally you're talking about 90 to 100 days with sunflowers. So if you want to promote continuous bloom with it, just do a succession planting of it, but great variety with both of those. And then celosia is one that's still a lot of fun too, because it comes in a lot of different varieties. So we have one that's a little bit more plumed, where it has multiple branches off of one. The coxcomb is my favorite. It kind of looks brainy like. If you look at the bloom real wide and big, it does benefit for some support, but still you can find great variety with all of those for the sun. We have a great publication on annual flowers for the Kentucky garden that work well, so we'd be glad to put that in your hands.
We appreciate you watching the Farm and and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.